That's tasty AF.
How's it going, everybody? I just knocked my computer screen all over creation. Happy Friday to everybody. We got a lot of people in the chat. I'll do my best to say hello to as many of you beautiful people as I can, but I make no promises. No, it's not margaritas. Come on now. I'm a rum drinker. What y'all think it is? First right guess wins a gold star. Happy Friday night, everybody. We got Nikki in the chat. We got Scott in the chat. Nancy Shad in the chat, as well as Amber. It is Amber's birthday today. Drop some happy birthdays into the chat for her if you haven't already. I have been radio silent with Patreon all bloody day because I was showing my friend as good a time as I could in this lovely life we call van life. And yes, I know Kevin's back is very sore. I heard he was twerking up a storm over on Van Life with Gina's live stream. Wow, Kevin. Broken nomad my ass. He's lying. Call the authorities. Hello, Shannon T. Hello, Mr. Red Taco. Maurizia Rosario. Hello, hello. Tonya Justad is here. Christina Godfrey, as well as Sue Bishop, Rachel LeDuc, Big Bad John, BW Harty. I also had a very generous super chat already come in from Touristique to Canada. I saw that, sir. I was making myself a pina colada. Who else we got here? We got Robin Bellner's in the chat. Debbie F is here. She came on over from Van Life with Gina's end of summer bash live stream. I hope it was a lot of fun. I checked in at the beginning, but I was sitting down to dinner with the aforementioned Happy Coffee Van Life, so we didn't stay for the whole thing. Seashells Life, how you doing, my dear? Lovely to see you. I'm tripping over my own words, but it's probably because I'm talking so fast. It's just the way it is. I know that Vernon and Lisa Olin are in the chat as well. We saw you two having a back and forth with Amber there. Very generous of you, sir, to send on something to her mailbox, but we expect nothing less. Mike Parole is here. Mike, I got you. Look at this. Look what I got here, Mike. Right here in my net. I got to show this off because I've had them for so long. I need to get Lindsay to put them on my blankets, but they're still hanging out in Lucky with me, my man. These are the very first things I ever got in the mail, and they came from you, sir. And I thank you very much. If I'm being honest, there have been a couple times where I thought I lost them and I wanted to die, but I found them and it's fine. Everybody just calm down. Thank you again, Mike. Linda is here. Cheryl Lundholm. That's a last name you cannot say very fast. You need to slow down and make sure you're saying it right. Michelle Swanson is here as well. Victoria Baker, Karina, Angela Mitchell, Dave Fest, Judith English. Hello, hello. She's got an elbow cough emoji going on. I don't really know what that looks like. I'm on StreamYard. That's what it looks like in real life. Divine Wrath is here. Seashells Life, I said hi to you, but I wanted to make a note that I have been noticing you in the comment section of my videos lately. It is hot in here. It's probably because Shelly's here. Calm down, everybody. And I appreciate the continued support. You were there. You were one of the OG 245s, my dear. I hope life is treating you well and you are enjoying this awesome weekend. Daisy May is here as well. She's saying hello to myself and Penny. Penny's back there grooming. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. She's like, don't show my trailer. This is bullshit. There she is. She's basking in the pink glow of our rockin' van. Get that camera off me, fool. I will murder you in your sleep. All right, calm down. We got Becky K here as well as Corey E. There's Nikki, a local Calgarian. How you doing, my dear? Dano is here. Alexandria Span is here. Connie as well as Robin Bellner. A lot of Robins, a lot of Debs, lots of Nickies floating around. There's Darren W. Matt, how's the lower back today? It's being shaken around by my TENS machine right now, Darren. But my pain, all in all, has been quite tolerable these last few days. Quite nice indeed. Ashley Lamborghini, so sorry I didn't say hi to you, but you're technically still in my shit book because I had to ban you before the live chat started. What the lady? Unbelievable. Pixie Taze is here. Sandy D. Hello, Matthew. I hope you got lucky fix, and I want to know why you're not camping on our last weekend of summer. Because I have a little girl, and I'm going to have her overnight tomorrow night. But it might be your last weekend of camping. It is not mine. There's a whole bunch of information we can go over regarding all this later. Ultimately, there's hopefully 2 camping trips still left for this chapter of Van Life Plus coming up next weekend and the weekend after that I hope to be partaking in. But we'll keep you posted, and you'll be able to check that out on the vlog. There's Braden. Hello to you, sir. I feel very bad, Braden. I'm sorry. I did see your message that you shot me over on Patreon yesterday after the news about my date with the surgeon. Everybody calm down. It's not an actual surgery date yet, but I finally have a date to sit down and talk with a real human being surgeon. So that's coming up, and it's actually out of town. But Braden, it will be a fairly quick turnaround. I'll be leaving a camping trip, going straight to Edmonton, sleeping, going to see him, and trying to get back in time to see my little girl. So maybe a meetup in Edmonton later in Chapter 4, sir. I know you're very sad. You did say you would know the answer. You know me so well, and I appreciate your super chat, man. Bill Bletcher is here as well. It's Bletcher. I keep calling you Bill Belcher, like you burp a lot. That's what I've always said. That's not your name. That's not your name. I apologize. Wiggy E super chat says, "Love your positivity in this polarized world. It is much appreciated. And why hasn't Dixon realized you are the most amazing organic influencer?" Well, first of all, thank you very much for your very kind words. Second of all, thank you very much for your super chat. That's very generous of you. And the whole Dixon thing, that's fine. I know it's more like a joke than anything else, but I appreciate the super chat, and I'm very happy that you are getting so much out of my crazy content, because I'm really just having the time of my life, if I'm being honest, especially as of late, as we're coming up on the end of chapter 3 here of VanlifePLUS. I have never felt more thankful and been more motivated to continue creating content for this channel and doing what I honestly love doing, and it's a very, very cool feeling. So I'm glad y'all are enjoying it so well. Tim G says, "Hi Matt, how was your week and what are you up to this weekend?" Well, I kind of went over that. I'm doing a live stream here. I'm gonna have my kiddo overnight tomorrow, and Bob's your bloody uncle. Tim, what are you up to this weekend? Sorry, I'm getting very far behind in the chat here, guys. My apologies. Dave says, "Dope shirt." You're not wrong, Dave. It's called the Sex Panther. I named an entire entry in the vlog after it because it is dope AF. You're a genius. You're a genius. Jackie Lucky Angel, sorry, darling, I did see you in here earlier. I didn't give you a shout out, and I apologize. I'll cry myself to sleep on my huge pillow tonight over that. But hello, how are you? Happy Friday. It is Friday, right? Don't want to be a day ahead. Yikes. We also got Audio Assault is here, Christine Robertson, April Anderson from North California, but she's from Alberta. Why'd you make the terrible decision to move to California? I'm just kidding, everybody, relax. Why did he say relax? That's not his saying. This is weird now. Gina Paralejas. I probably butchered that. I don't know, but hello. Do you shop at Foundry and Cross Iron Mills for Dixon's? I love it there. Jeff, I have been there, and they came through in a cinch for me. That's where I ended up ordering my Absinthe Bamboo, if you saw on the vlog where I had to return it because they sent me a medium. Yeah, Foundry's awesome. You don't have to pay shipping either. They just don't have it day and date. That's the only issue. But yes, I have shopped there before for sure. Debbie F is here as well. I said hello to you. You made it all the way over from Gina's live stream. No. She says, "Congrats on 28, almost 29K. That's it. Yeah, thanks, Deb. I appreciate that. The channel has been growing like wildfire, as far as I'm concerned. Any faster, and I might have a mild panic attack, but it's been really cool to see. And yeah, we were shooting through 28. 27 took a long, long time, but it was summer, and now all of a sudden my winter van life video from last year is popping off again. So I can't begin to explain how the YouTube algorithm works, but it's been quite the week. And Marconian has been all over that. He's probably sleeping right now. Dory Dawn, hello, my dear. How's my favorite? Hang on. Traffic anchor. Nailed it. Kathy Myers, hello. Hey, she got my name right. She called me Michael yesterday by mistake. That's her son's name. I forgive you. How you doing, Kathy? Welcome to the live chat. Truly, 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 Debbie. All right, what else we got here? I can go back now. The chat's slowing down just a little bit. I say that, and all of a sudden gone. Corey E says, "I bought my first Dixon, heard someone state when seeing my Stiller Dixon, oh, you messaged me. Only arseholes wear Dixons. I don't find the same to be true." I wrote him back on Instagram when Corey sent me this, and he says, "Sounds like that person that said that has never worked a honest day's work in his life and has never reached any personal goals they have set for themselves." Everybody's going to be a dingus. Larry Grant, we got a new subscriber in the live chat. An adorable little emoji, Larry. This is just a self-portrait of you. It could go either way. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the VanlifePLUS community. We're very happy to have you here. Known as BoobTube. Just Judy, this just in. She says, "The law of attraction is what's determining every single solitary thing in your life, including the algorithms known as BoobTube." I don't know if that's a hot take or a bunch of malarkey, but I appreciate it all the same. Thank you, Just Judy. Where the hell is Fur Chaser? It says, "Hi from Iowa. How you doing?" Hello from Alberta. "Oh, I look dashing tonight." Thanks, Ashley. I look dashing every night. But anyway, I'm just kidding. That was too easy. You walked right into that one, darling. Pat Die 66 says, "Hello, Matt. Late to the party." Yeah, you are late. My mother would not appreciate you calling me Matt. I know a lot of people do it. It's Matthew. I'm just giving you a hard time because I have to. If I didn't, who would? We got Linda Smith saying hello to us from Saint Jean-sur-Richelieu, Quebec. That I nailed. Matthew, I'm drinking margaritas and you pina coladas. Can we drink to Jimmy Buffett? Rest in peace. Who, I'm sure we can find some comedy in it and have a good laugh. He looks a lot like Mr. Leahy from Trailer Park Boys. Does he not? Did he not? Rest in peace, Jimmy. Take me away to Margaritaville. Michelle says, had fun camping with Amber in BC. Did you? I didn't know you weren't. Just kidding. Robert from Sacramento, California says, we spoke some time ago. How are you, brother? I'm doing pretty good. Robert, how are you? I'll do my best to follow up this conversation, but there's a lot of other people here trying to say hello. I'll do my best. There's Canadian Nat. I always never mind. I'm not going to ask the question. How you doing? Welcome to live chat. Here's Grammy's journal. She says hello to everyone and happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. You're drinking that stuff that you got in the mail, 2 bags of it. I can't remember the name. No, this is not a protein shake. Vernon, this is definitely not a protein shake. It doesn't help when the thing's closed. Loretta says, hi, Matthew. I was wondering, I can't remember what happened to your backup camera. I don't remember if you said something about it. Well, I installed it, and it's on the back of Lucky. And it lets me see things when I back up. Was there something else? Hi, Matthew. I'm a newbie from Deer Lodge, Montana. Well, hello, Shirlene West. I'll be inside you next year, inside Montana next year. I'm glad you're here on the channel. But yeah, I'll probably be making a trip down to Montana. Awkward. Around the Echo Lake area. I just don't know what time yet. Time? When? Date? Month? I'm not sure. But I always get the question, are you going to come to the States? The answer is yes, but I don't know when. And the first state will be Montana. Ashley says, I just bought a candle in the scent warm banana bread. She thought everybody should know. Some things you can keep to yourself, you nasty mother. Shirley, how are you? Welcome to the live chat. Lovely to see you here. We've also got Kenneth Silvers. Is it the mix you got in the mail yesterday? Did you decide to drink today? I didn't get mix in the mail yesterday. What is everybody on about? I bought this pina colada mix myself at the dollar store, like a self-respecting citizen. Thanks, Lone Wolf. I appreciate that. That was a really fun trip, and I got it was fun to get like a lot of unique content out of that trip as well, and I had a lot of fun putting it together. There's Van Life with Gina. Hello, darling. How are you? Welcome to the live chat. Hope you had fun over on your end of summer bash. Sorry I couldn't stay, but it was a fun little opening while it lasted. Matthew, are you really well enough to be climbing over the fridge? What do I care? Why would I do a live stream on a Friday night and drink a protein shake? That just seems weird. I mean, I can prove that it's not whatever I got in the mail because they're right there. 1 bag, 2 bag. From Catherine, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Amanda just chilling. Hello, Amanda. Hope you're chilling really well on this Friday night. And now, actually, I should say this. We're not very close to the beginning of the live stream anymore, but we're close enough. We're closer to the beginning than we are to the end. So for those that might watch this at a later date, I did want to start by talking about a subject that's been coming up and making itself more prevalent lately. It happened a lot more intensely over on Amber's channel in the last week. Oddly enough, at dinner tonight, it happened on my channel. I need to just kind of do like a public service announcement for everybody here on YouTube. Hopefully everybody else that's not here while this is live watches this and hears this. Stop responding to scammers in the comment section. If you get a comment from somebody that looks like us, that has our name and has stolen our picture, double check, number one, make sure that the name doesn't have a apostrophe or a period or a dash at the end of it. Because they can't take our actual name. They always have to change it just slightly. And if they ask you to talk to them on Telegram, it's never a YouTuber. It's never anybody on YouTube. You haven't won shit. These are scammers. They have been doing the same shtick for a very long time. And we still see people being like, I sent the money. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? This doesn't make any sense. This is a public service announcement. No YouTuber will ever ask you to send them money in a comment section on YouTube. Just so we know. It's for some reason, it's spreading like wildfire. Probably because people keep falling for it. Don't do that. Y'all are better than this. Y'all are so better than this. Anyway, now that that's out of the way. Hello, Daniel and Glenea. How are you guys? Also, adventure seeking. Never click away from Matthew or Amber's page for anything. Yes. Never leave, ever. I don't either, Sue. It's crazy. I like how Dale phrases this. He's like, yeah, I know. You'll never call. Son of a... Calm down, Dale. Calm down. Can we stay live past midnight tonight? Well, it's past midnight somewhere in the world, so everybody go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive, and always remember, only dead fish go with the flow. Night. Just kidding. Calm down. We'll see. I don't know. That's a long time for me. Welcome to the live chat. I'll do my best. Those scammers, unfortunately, are stealing millions. Yeah, I know. Because people are like, yeah, okay, send me. This is the context I wanted to put it in. Like I was having, because I've obviously Amber and I were talking about it. I'm like, we live in Vans, right? And especially if you think about Amber's channel, right? Like she puts out, she's got, what do you got, 8 or 9 videos right now, Amber? And if people are this diehard over Amber and her content and the videos that she's creating, they should be paying attention and realize her situation, right? Because what's happening is these people are like, oh, message me on Telegram. I've got a free battery bank to send you. All you have to do is pay for the shipping, send it to my PayPal or whatever, right? Fill in the blanks, however it might go. Do people think Amber has shit to give away for free? That's what blows my mind. Like, if you're watching, you should know, right? Like, it's silly. Like, I've done giveaways, but I've always done it in a video. I'm not going to go sleuthing into the comment sections and be like, yo, want some free shit. That was inappropriate, but it was supposed to be a trench coat with shit. But anyway, you get the point. It's very weird to me. I don't know. Rachel LeDuc. Hello, darling. I think I said to you earlier, but still. Hey, folks. Hope you're all okay. It's 2:48. What, in the morning, Bex? Welcome to the live chat. You're a party animal. Sammy World's Pizza. Perfect timing for the live stream. That sounds delicious. I need to try Acadia Pizza. I drove by it the other day, Nikki. She's the local. We're having a little YYC chit chat right now, but I wanted to try Acadia Pizza. I've never had it. Could be good. Well, somebody said Mark says, I made you a beautiful charcuterie board, but I need your address. My address is in the description of every video. Not this live stream, but my mailbox is in the description of every single vlog I post. Also, Amber Sexy Flanders wants his coffee, so get on it. Maybe scammer Matthew will want to meet me. He probably will. And you should do that, Ashley. Nobody else. But Ashley, you should definitely set up a meeting. Linda Smith, my back is okay. I've got a date set to meet a surgeon, finally. And my pain is very manageable. I've got my TENS machine strapped to my lower back right now just to help me through the live stream. But other than that, we're pretty good. What am I drinking? I'm buzzing? Like my audio or just like my personality? Because I've only had like 1.5. It's a pina colada. Yes, it's close, Kevin. It's pretty close. Could use a few more spaces in there. Because you try to send that to 112440. Not right. But he did what he could, everybody. His back is sore from twerking. Don't hold it against him. It probably affects his typey fingers. Debbie F, you know that. You know me better than that. It ain't no P.O. box, man. Jennifer, your comment went woof. Bye-bye. Hang on. It says, hello, Matthew and Penny, and happy birthday, Amber, from Virginia Beach, Virginia. They really went all out on the naming of that place, didn't they? Gail DeBlee. How do you, I don't know. Hi, Gail. How are you? Sorry. I did my best. Lee is here. Hello. You're looking great. Well, so are you, darling. Thank you very much for saying. That's very polite of you. Good, like Amber, you and Scammer Math will be very happy together on Telegram. I think you meant to say Ashley. I could be wrong. There's too many A names flying around. Oh gosh, I'm gonna sneeze. Where's the mute button? False alarm. All right. Anyone tell you sound like Norm Macdonald? That's not so bad. I mean, no, I've gotten Matthew Perry, Dane Cook, Jim Carrey, not Norm Macdonald. But Norm was pretty funny. May he rest in peace. I don't know what that was. Oh, hello from Windsor, Ontario. I'm not going to dare to try to say your name, but hello and welcome to the live chat. Hey, LJA, there you are. Good night. I didn't say hi to you. I feel bad. Go put yourself to sleep, sir. I hope you have yourself a fantastic Sunday tomorrow. We'll talk to you on Patreon. That was underwhelming. Yeah, I think how I feel. Hey, S. Raza, how are you? Hello. Penny is passed the F out on the bed right now. It's a very strange place for her to be, actually. Angela says, hi, Matthew from Cardston. It was nice meeting you and Amber last week. Yes, it was, Angela. Did you ever find your van? If not, you might want to message Amber. She might have a lead for you. Do not send Matthew. No, Matthew's got enough whisks. He's got one. A man only needs a single whisk. Get some damn YouTube memberships. Hey, lady. Make me. Oh, yeah, she got a whole bunch of treats. I gave Penny a whole fistful of her little treaties today, for sure. Kathy is gone. Where did it go? Kathy says, hi, Matt and Penny. Hope you're doing well with your back. I know all too well. Assuming you mean by pain, I get a lot of that, and I appreciate that. A lot of empathy regarding the pain. Yeah, it's doing pretty good right now. I appreciate that. Thank you. Mary Lynn Citroli. I can't. It's the beginning of a vlog, Mary, but thank you for the gift again. There's a whole running gag with it coming up. Stay tuned. Nikki's a bold-faced liar. So anytime Nikki says anything in chat, everybody know that she's lying. The words that are coming out of her mouth or her fingertips are incorrect. Okay. Where were we? Judy, hello from Ohio. Hello back to you, my dear. What else we got here? Do not send me funnels, Katie. I'll kill you. Cookies. Yeah, her cookies. Her dry food is cookies. Am I looking forward to winter? That's a good question. I am, Larry. I like winter. I like the challenge of winter, but I, as we know, I run hot. Well, you wouldn't know. You're a new subscriber, but I mentioned it before. I'm a very large, hairy man, and I retain heat like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, fall and winter, my two favorite seasons. Plus, winter videos tend to do just a tiny little bit better on YouTube, so there's that angle as well. Lisa, the towel is in storage. You'll see in the next video. I have a whole video about stuff I got to talk about and get off my chest, but I used it at the pool, and it worked very well. It sopped up all the water off my body. So, I mean, what more could you want from a towel? Fortunately, I have 4 towels. Faulty towers. Well, Larry says that you've been watching my videos for a few months now. Well, I appreciate that, Larry. I was just on me in case you didn't know. I run hot. Greetings from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Keep the awesome videos coming, and happy birthday, Amber, says Roger. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate that. It gets so damn cold in Calgary. Yes, it does. It does. Oh, it does. Amber's going to hate it. I am a polar bear. It can be. Yeah. No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, my blanket. Damn it, Amber. You can't ask Amber to remind you to do nothing. She's got worse memory than anybody I've met. Except now she remembers that I didn't get my weighted blanket from the dry cleaners. Hi, Angela. Bill, sorry, I got your email. I was busy. But yeah, the drive, it doesn't matter. Vlog's live. Drive works great. Thanks, buddy. For Penny to have cookies, yummy wet food, and perhaps a re-up of the nip. Well, Catherine, thank you very much, my dear. I appreciate that super chat. Penny! When she wakes up, we'll give her some cookies. No, we'll give her, she's got cookies. We'll give her some treats when she's done lounging around. Trace asked him the same thing. He never did give me a date. On my back? No, because you got to keep some things a secret. Come on now. I like yours and Amber's adventures in Banff in wintertime. Me too. That's why, I mean, I went back there fairly recently on the vlog. I think at the beginning of September, I had a couple videos where I was out there. I missed it, but the place gets so busy in the summer. I just enjoy being out there more in the winter. Hint for the finale of chapter 3. Spoilers! Did someone say cookies? No, she wouldn't respond to cookies. She barely responds to, hey, you got something stuck in your butthole. Okay. Oh, when I would be coming to Vancouver Island, the 12th of Never. That doesn't mean I don't want to go. I just there's like this many plans to go to Vancouver Island. Sorry, everybody. I got a lot of shit to do around. Honestly, guys, like when it comes to the travel, it mostly, I feel like we talk about this every live stream, but it's fair. There's always new faces in the live stream asking questions or people that didn't make it to the last one. My travel restriction that I put on myself is largely due to my little girl, right? Like I've got a very solid relationship with my little girl. I wasn't going to have it any other way. It's part of the reason I'm doing van life, but blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't see your last suggestion, Debbie. So it's harder for me to get away on longer trips, and like Vancouver Island is a fair clip away. I wouldn't want to just go there, spend a day, turn around and come back. So it's about feeling out the time. My travel will probably involve going around Alberta and expanding out a bit more, going to northern Alberta. I really want to rush the Northwest Territories border. I've got schmutz all over me. I spilled. I'm a mess. I need an adult. Hang on. You live in a van, get the baby wipes. There's always some in reach. So that'll be the first stuff I do. But yeah, I do want to get to the island, but no, there's like this many dates, as I said. Oh, that made it worse. Okay. Oh, hey, Andrea Brennan's in the chat as well. Hello, hello, hello. Maurizio Rosario, elbow cough again. I don't know. She's very sick. What do we got here? Oh, April's a good question. Good question, Jeff. Apparently, Jeff asked a good question, but I'm going to have to go back and see. Where's Jeff? Whilst I look for Jeff, Mike said, "Hi, Matthew from Drayton Valley. Hey, neighbor. I recently bought a 2500 Chevy Express, same as Lucky. And I don't know why I said it like that, because that's not how you say it, but either way. And I'm almost halfway through my build. Where did you install your heater?" It's here. Does that help, Mike? It's right there. I don't know if the floor plan's the same, because I don't know what, like, not the floor plan, but like the ribs and the grooves and the shit in the floor. Mine's right basically in front of the rear passenger wheel. Is yours the extended wheelbase? Like there's a few things that you gotta kind of have to clarify, but that's where mine is. It's not expensive to go to Banff, Nikki. Just go. I didn't see what Jeff asked. Jeff's going to have to ask it again. I couldn't even find Jeff in the chat. Jeff is I'm so far past Jeff. Jeff is a dot to me. Yikes. Apparently Karina's being nosy, as well as Jennifer. Uh-oh. Jennifer and Karina. Get the Jello. Get the pina coladas. If you like pina coladas. Hey, it's Jane from Australia. Where did she go? She vanished. It's midday Saturday and up to 35 degrees Celsius. We are all scared here after your summer of fire. I bet. Yes. Be safe, be alert, keep your heads on a swivel. And Godspeed, good people. Also, welcome to my live chat. John says, "Hi, Matthew. I'm from Colorado and watch your videos every day." Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have a GMC Savannah 3500. Jealous. Very similar to yours. A little bit better. I have the exact same starting problem you're having, and it was the fuel pump. Well, bully for you, John. It's not the exact same problem as me because, spoilers, Lucky's wasn't the fuel pump. But thank you for being part of the community there, John, and sharing your insight. I wish mine had been the fuel pump because now I have a fuel pump just floating around. Is it too early to wish me a happy birthday? I think it's a little bit early to wish me a happy birthday, yes. Today's Amber's birthday. You wish her a happy birthday. Okay, I've answered that question. Where's Jeff? Jeff asked it, not me, Jennifer. I don't know. It will be the fuel pump eventually. Well, there's that as well, Braden. Yes. So at least I have it. It's not the end of the world. It's just when you're in a tiny space. Yes, I've got my storage unit, and that's kind of a topic of the next video. But it's just more things, right? The more stuff you have, the worse it is, says the man with a whole bunch of Dixons. Cheryl, stay tuned. I don't want to. You can't just give all the spoilers away, right? Like there's stuff coming up. This is a problem with me being so far ahead when it comes to my vlogs, but still wanting to have these live streams with the community. I gotta my lips on a few questions. That's why it's not an ask me anything. It's just a Q&A. I can be as selective as I want. Get off. Stupid blender lid. Yes, I bought myself a blender just for tonight. I had a $40 blender at Walmart in my hand, and then I walked past this $18 bad boy. What have we got going on? Are you going to remove the remote start? Shh, shh, shh. Virginia, Lisa, shut your mouth. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. That was a little intense, Lisa. Ask Penny if she would like a baby. Shut up. You want a kid? She says no. A kitten showed up on my porch last week. Oh, hungry and yelling. His name is Thomas. He is skittish but cute. I already have too many of the little hay burners. Oh, well, thank you for thinking of us, but no. I see that question a little bit more, obviously, these days in the comments of videos. Penny's going to get to be the queen of the castle for a while, for sure. I've already noticed a little bit of a change in her, and she's losing weight. So clearly she was just, like eating her emotions when Stella was around because she felt like she should be a solo cat show. And now she is. So I'm just going to let her do that for a little while. I see people saying hi to my mom. Did my mom come into chat? I always miss it. There she is. They're out camping. How you doing, Mom? Welcome to the live chat. You should just be enjoying the campground, but I'm glad that you're here saying hi. Hello, Mom and Dad. How are you? Very proud of them getting their camper out and a boot, which is awesome. Oh, Martina, you're not doing well. Go back to sleep. Get some good rest. You got to be at your fighting best to tackle life. Where is all of my stuff? When I say stuff, I mean rum. There we go. Just a little splooshy sploosh. And Andrea's just here giving away a whole bunch of stuff. See, this is the problem when you share stuff on Patreon and then they just roll in here and they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what happens on Patreon stays on Patreon, man. So it's on the vlog. And anyways, to answer your question, Andrea, I am not sharing that date publicly for, I hope you can understand, reasons. But it's within this month. If you're a pina coladas. RJ Quinn, how are you? Sheila Kane, I bought a new / used car today. I'm assuming she then means a new to her car. I now have 2 headlights and door handles. Can I get a hip, hip, hooray? Let's give Sheila a hip, hip, hooray into the chat for having 2 headlights. She's legal. And door handles. Makes it a lot easier to get into your car. Hip, hip, hooray, Sheila. Hip, hip, hooray. Earmuffs. Yeah, that's an $18 blender when you have to shake it to help it. Unbelievable. All right. There we go. Jennifer says hip ho. Okay, let me go back in the chat here a little bit, see what there was. I always wondered if you can speak French. I've been to Quebec a few times. People there know English and French. No. Buongiorno. That's Italian. No. I mean, like the littlest, tiniest things, but I never took French in school. Having the ability to speak more than one language, so bilingual, is way more prevalent out in Eastern Canada, for sure, especially in the province of Quebec. I actually think there's probably pockets of Quebec where they don't even speak English. I could absolutely be wrong. Jennifer, it was a mistake. Stop pointing out my errors. You're driving me mad. This blender is fine, Vernon. It will do the job. Tally freaking ho. Stacy Noble's here. Hello, my dear. Another local Calgarian. YYC represent. You missed nothing. We've just been sitting here waiting for you to arrive. Now that you are here, how you doing? What's going on, Stacy? Oh, no, I'm going to highlight it because I don't care. Thank you. It's very sweet of you to say. Hello, Darcy. Your son is a joy. Very entertaining. He's a good man. You've done well. Yes, big props to my mother and my father. They did do a very good job. I bet you there were times growing up when they didn't think they were doing so shit hot. But here we are, so what does that matter? Hey-o! I've started saying tally frickin' ho, and it's Matthew's fault. You're welcome, Jennifer. We did miss you, Debbie. Welcome back. I love it. Jason Browse, fuel filter lately? Just wondering, can be a prick too. Yeah, thanks. I see that comment a lot. And actually, the Chevy Express does not have an inline fuel filter. The fuel filter is inside the fuel pump on the Chevy Express. Amber's van, as an example, yeah, inline fuel filter right on the frame rail. I switched hers for her last summer when she was having issues, and I thought that we thought that might have been what it was. So we swapped it, and super easy. Chevy Express, no. Chevy says, jog on. So no. Oh, it's Russian. I can do a Russian accent, kind of. Now, I wouldn't really say I'm bilingual in Russian, Mike, but thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, wild traveling Linda. She's come up here all the way from Alabama. Alabama. All right. Well, that is what it is. Yes, he is mostly a joy for sure. That's great. That's what I'm going to put on my tombstone. Was mostly a joy. From my mother. Yeah, he's mostly a joy. We enjoy him more when his kids are around. I'm kidding, Mom. Bill Boyer says, can you get a refund on the fuel pump? Probably I could, but I ordered it online, and I used that Sezzle app to reduce the payments. So I'm not going to worry about it too much, Bill. I'll just going to keep it because, like Braden said earlier, the fuel pump will eventually go out and I'll need it. So why not just have it? It's fine. Like, I've got a couple other parts in my storage unit for like just in case moments with Lucky, like for front end suspension and all of that. So it's not like a bad thing. It's the same mentality as like the diesel heaters, right? It's always better to have those parts on hand. Now, if I didn't have the storage unit, then maybe I'd consider it more because I wouldn't want it bopping around in Lucky with me. But for now, I'm just going to say, forget it. We'll just keep it. Bye, Mom. She was like, yeah, he's mostly a joy. Bye. Peace out. Hello from Washington State. So enjoy watching your adventures. Ever think about traveling south to the U.S. and seeing our portion of the Rockies in Glacier National Park? You must have just joined us. Hello. I did talk about this a little bit earlier. Of course, I think about it, but there's nothing in the books right now. Yeah, I want to travel around the United States of America for sure in the future. You guys have got some very diverse geography down there, and it would be a thrill to go traveling around. But until my little girl's a little bit older, I don't know if that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We shall see. Am I running all-terrain tires? Yes, I am. Mostly a joy, tally freaking. Oh! That's right. He's coming to New Hampshire. Yeah, that'd be nice. When are you getting rid of your storage unit? I know, right, Dave? I don't know yet. It's what the hell is wrong with Lucky, says Michelle. Pick something. It's an old vehicle. Actually, not as much as that would make it seem. You get good mileage on them. What brand you have? I'm running the very unpopular Wrangler Duratrax. Vernon. He thinks he can get me to give away actual plot points to my story. Nice try, bro. Matthew, you no longer remember Boris and the Natasha. They couldn't even text Kutch Crazy Squirrel. They couldn't even text Kutch. Victoria, I know the Rocky and Bullwinkle show. That's what you're talking about. Good night, Jennifer Amon. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, my dear. Do you recommend seeing the Hoodoos, or are they overrated? Due in Calgary next June. If you've never seen them, go see them. Don't go to Banff. I've never been to the Banff Hoodoos, but whatever. And don't go to the Writing on Stone Hoodoos. If you can, get yourself over to Dinosaur Provincial Park. If you haven't seen my videos there, especially the videos from chapter 2, because I went. Oh no, wait, chapter 1. Wow, I've been doing van life a lot longer than I thought. But if you go back and you find what happened? My computer just acted weird. Are we still live? That was strange. Let me know if you can still hear me, and I'll get back to what I was saying. Oh no! Somebody let me know we're good. Okay, good. Go check out my videos from Chapter 1, Dinosaur Provincial Park videos. There's like 7 or 8 of them. They were shorter back then. And you can kind of see. But my recommendation is, yeah, they're worth it, but go there. It's a campground. It's beautiful. It's open year round. Totally worth it. Yeah, squirrel. Okay, good. All right. We're here. Stacy says, meet up anytime soon. Why don't you come over right now, girl? What you doing? No, I'm just kidding. No plans for a meetup right now. I mean, if you've watched, Stacy, you know, I'm not the biggest extrovert. So I don't really do that sort of thing, but this is like maybe after my surgery would be a better time, sometime in Chapter 4. Unless, of course, I go see the surgeon. He's like, yeah, I'll cut you open right now. And I'm like, because I'll tell everybody this right now. We all know, well, most of us here probably know that Chapter 3 of VanlifePLUS ends on October 18th, right? Which means the video probably October 20th, like the chapter finale video. I'm going to start promoting it on the channel soon. That will change. Like if I get surgery earlier and he happens to say, oh, you're going to need this amount of time of recovery, then I'll have to bump Chapter 3's finale up because I'll want to do that and have that. Maybe that makes sense for a chapter finale, right? Normally it's my anniversary of living in a van, but anyways, just so everybody here knows one of the fringe benefits of being unalive. Matt, in surgery, what will they be doing to help you? Fixing my back. Discectomy is what I've been led to. That's what I've been informed of it being, a discectomy. Nappy Gal's going to bed. You have yourself a fantastic evening. Thank you for being here. James Buchanan he's celebrating. Tweet! Hi, James. Thank you. Did you get your claim restarted, or was the government its usual pain? Right? No, it's going. Is the finale going to have fireworks? I love fireworks. No, I would not hold your breath for fireworks on a VanlifePLUS finale. It will be a live premiere. Like it'll be a vlog, but I'll do it as a premiere style, and it'll probably be a tiny bit longer than usual. We will see. Where will you recuperate? In my van. I don't know. I don't know what the recovery will look like. I need to speak to the surgeon, right? My dad. Shut up. The movie's amazing. Go away. Discectomy. Yeah, there you go. Avonsenth knows. Heather says, hey, from Drumheller. Matthew just signed on. Well, there, she's close to Dinosaur. I mean, not like super close, but she's a little bit closer than I am. Not a vasectomy. No, my testicles are not on my back, so probably won't be a vasectomy, Dan. That'd be weird. How about sparklers? Just in the parking lot. Fucking sparklers. Stockman Bernie's in his van watching. I don't know why when you say it like that, it sounds creepy. Kind of like you're... I'm sure you're fine, but that's just kind of how it came across. Yes, Renee, it is a pina colada. Can you ask if you can stay in their parking lot during recovery? Like where I have the surgery? Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah, I don't know. The ProMaster I'm looking at is a 2020 and about 29,000 USD. That's actually that's not the worst price I've ever heard. It's not great, but it's not the best. Matt, usually it's a 1-inch incision. You will be walking that same day, minimal recovery. And that's what I keep hearing, Avonsenth, 100%, right? That it's like 0 downtime. So, and that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Be like, please be minimal recovery time. That'd be great. But wake up. Heck, I could be any more awake, Dad. Got a Vitamin Flash. Yeah, you did. Hopefully you were able to get that at a little bit of a discount. They're great units. Computer's sitting on mine right now. When I get my windshield fixed, that's funny that you asked that question, Vernon, because I actually got my windshield fixed very first episode of Chapter 3. There's a trivia question. Pay attention. But I was making the joke. I'm like, maybe every chapter should start with me getting a new windshield on Lucky. Wouldn't that be funny? Because right now it's not even as bad as it was last year. Like, I don't see the point in putting a couple $100 into getting it fixed yet, because it's nowhere near my line of sight, right? So I have no answer for you, Vernon. The tail light is fixed, sir. Sheba's not a big fan of camping. She'll learn to love it. Just give her time. What device are you using to charge your battery and solar generator with, Matt? What device? Dwight, this is Dwight's asking. What device are you using to charge your battery and solar generator with? Well, my batteries, like if you mean my house batteries in my van, they're charged by solar. And when I drive, I have a DC to DC charger. Pretty much, it's all Renogy, my entire system, except for the battery, which is Lee time, 200 amp hour battery. And then I charge my solar generators with that system off my inverter if I need to, or solar panels that I put out. And hopefully that answered your question, Dwight. Vernon says, finally. He was losing sleep over my taillight. If and when you go to Lucky 2.0. Ooh. So yes, this is a Q&A, everybody. If you got questions, throw them into the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them. If I don't get to it right away, no harm, no foul in repeating it. Maybe not more than 4 times, though. Might be a little obnoxious. Bill asks, if and when you get to Lucky 2.0, would you start out with a blank canvas or buy a turnkey van with everything in it? Bill, I don't even know if I'd buy a van. That's how much I'm kind of like, well, you're not on my Patreon, but that's how much I'm branching out. I shared a link with everybody for some truck campers last week or whatever, because I was looking at truck campers as maybe an alternative, right? Because like with my current physical state, I couldn't imagine a blank canvas in building. I would want to do that, but again, I at that time was like, I don't want to build. I want to just have something that's very straightforward and easy to do, right? So yeah, I don't know. I think we're still a few years out from Lucky 2.0, if I'm being honest. Like I still get good vibes from Lucky. I mean, I know that it's an older car, so anything could happen at any time, but I think we're at least 2 years out before any new living quarters, you know what I mean? But definitely thinking about it, actively thinking about it for sure. Let me just see. Hey, Aussie Jack, I didn't see you come in, my dear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Truck campers seem awesome. Yeah, like it depends on the ones you get. Obviously, like the company that I've been looking at is Scout. They make some minimalistic campers, and they're insulated for winter, which is great. I wouldn't want one with like proper plumbing and stuff, because then you got to worry about water lines freezing and this, that, and the other thing. But those are the ones that I've been looking at, and it's like I look at the cost of those campers and like a new or used pickup truck that could carry said camper, and it's like the same as a brand new van. Like brand new vans are going for like $90,000. I could get a camper and a truck for the equivalent, and I don't have to build anything. So it's just going to come down to where's everything at the time when I actually have to pull the trigger, right? Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, Avinsen. So Avinsen says, I'm leaning towards a high top so I can stand up. Is that on the agenda for your next build? Yeah. One of the other reasons I've been looking at a truck camper, the ability to stand up and the ability to have like a second separate sleeping space, for obvious reasons. I hope everybody understands that. I think would be great, and just sort of take my personal experience with living this nomadic lifestyle to the next level. So absolutely, that is on the agenda. It's just like so many people are getting like these big sprinters and whatnot, and that's great. They're awesome. I like to be a little different. That's not the reason why I would do it. Like if I found a van that was like such a good deal I couldn't say no to, I wouldn't be like, well, no, I can't because other people have a van. Like, hello, that's silly. But I don't know. I'm really sort of leaning towards truck camper, and there you go. See, Rachel knows. Second bed. We love Lucky, but wish she was taller for you. Yeah, Debbie, right? You and me both, lady. Jason, did I get the Lucky starting issue solved? Kind of, but just stay tuned. You'll see in next week's vlogs. And Dan just spewed nonsense out of his mouth. He said, Jeep Gladiator. It's a Not even a Jeep. I don't know what that is. Yucky. Moving right along. Maybe a bidding war when Lucky 1.0 goes for sale. That's an interesting point. Sorry, I'm getting ahead. I'm getting behind here. I don't know if I'd sell Lucky. Like, I don't, it's like, it would be the smart thing to do for sure. But like, if I had the ability to keep Lucky and store her somewhere, I don't know. I might want to kind of do that. I love that, like, Chad over at Living the Van Life, he's got like his awesome, like, big Sprinter van, but then he still has his Westfalia that he can go out in. I don't know. Like, but then I look at Foresty. Foresty sold his minivan when he moved up to his cargo van. And it's just, I don't know what I want to do. Like, obviously I have a lot of connection with Lucky. I built everything in here, right? Nothing in here was professionally built. And it's just, there's a lot of attachment to it for sure. And that's the double-edged sword when you do your own build from the ground up, right? I missed that. Laura says, love your shirt. Thank you, Laura. I'm sure the shirt you have on is fantastic. Or maybe you have no shirt on at all. Oh, scandalous. Everybody relax. A truck camper you can stand up in. Yes. Did I stutter, Katie? See, Catherine says, an Arctic fox is made for cold weather, or so my brother tells me. I believe that it's Amber's mom and her boy toy. What the fuck was that? Have an Arctic fox, and Amber like slept in it when she was visiting them, and she's like, no, that name's a lie. Want to come with me for double lidocaine shots in the knees? Company always welcome. New York State is beautiful. I'm on my way, Victoria. How can you stealth camp with a truck camper? Great question, Terry. I love it. I see that, honestly, I see that sort of like input or question about this regarding a lot. I have been in Lucky for what is almost 2 years full-time now. I've never once stealth camped. I mean, you call like sleeping in the Walmart parking lot stealth camping, and then I guess I have, but other than that, I've never had to stealth camp Lucky. I'm not going to places where I shouldn't be and trying to get away with anything. So that's why it's like, it's super easy for me to now be like of the mind of like, I don't need a van that looks like Lucky's not stealthy, right? Like Lucky is very obvious that somebody lives in. There's 2 ceiling fans. There's a big rack with red traction boards mounted to her, a pirate flag flapping in the breeze, and a ladder on the back, spare tire in that rack, a Thule full of shit. Like, it's not stealthy, right? So it's a fair question for sure, but I've never had to stealth camp. I don't really think that's what I'm about. And I think if I needed to camp somewhere with a camper, it's happening so much more frequently now. Until it becomes a civil bloody war with society versus the nomads, I don't think it's going to be a problem. How much of a pain was it insulating the floor, walls, and ceiling? I'm trying to decide to buy one built out already or do it myself. Well, I have the video on here. I didn't insulate my floor for one, outside of, it's got a vapor barrier and that rubberized rocker guard spray, but I didn't actually put insulation on the floor, so I can't speak to that. But I mean, kind of like, it's in the eye of the beholder, so to speak, right? How much of a pain in the ass is anything? What are you willing to do? What are you excited to do? I was having the time of my life when I was building Lucky, but it took me a full 7 days to insulate the walls because I used spray foam and insulation board. And I used the spray foam to adhere the insulation board to Lucky's walls. And so I had to hold them up. You can see it on the channel. There's my insulation installation video where I've got like boards pressed up against each other. It looks like a freaking torture chamber inside a Lucky. There you go. You saw those videos. It's hard for me to say that it was a pain. It might be a pain now having to do it again since I've already done it once. But yeah, back then it was fine. I didn't see that. What did I guess better, like, to put it in perspective, is like, what part of the build was the most obnoxious? The ceiling panels. The ceiling panels were the most obnoxious. Hi, Leopard Girl. Thank you for the super sticker, my dear. You should be in bed. It's very late for you, darling. Go to sleep, or I'll put you to sleep. But yeah, the ceiling panels were the most annoying because I was a stubborn ass that didn't ask for help. My dad was in the house. I could have been like, yo, I need help. But I didn't because I'm a jackass. And I just used my head to hold them up while I was screwing them in. Ridiculous. Alberta Premium. That's some good. I'd like that. It's a good whiskey. Sounds fun, yeah. Hey, it's Sharon with an E. Hello, my dear. Welcome to the live chat. Happy Friday. Hopefully you're having a good night. Joseph says, hello from a 37-foot fifth wheel, and then it went away. Hang on. There you go, Joseph. Currently in Oregon. Hey, that's not so bad. Nice big fifth wheel. You got to slide out on that thing or what? Would you buy a camper that you could tow with Lucky? I've toyed with that idea before. Like, you mean like a camping trailer? I don't know. I've definitely, that was in like the docket. I remember talking to Sarah Rose, because if you've seen some of my videos, Sarah Rose, a big, huge supporter here of the channel. She's got like a cargo trailer that she converted that she camps in, that she wants to live in full time. It's a sweet build out. And she tows that around with a 4Runner. So I was toying around with an idea like that for a while. And because Lucky's got a great towing capacity, right? That might still be, who knows? Probably not, but maybe, because that would be fun too. My only problem then is like I'm still left with Lucky, who could eventually break down, right? So you never know. Cherokee Queen says, I want something already insulated, like an ambulance or even a freezer truck. Yeah. A freezer truck would be a cool build, no pun intended. Yes, it would. Those big ass trucks, for sure. Yikes, something stuck in my throat. Oh, it's Canadian Warrior. It's here. He doesn't like my loud music during driving shots. You son of a bitch. Enjoy your beer, sir. I am drinking a pina colada. I saw it in the dollar store and I was like, you're going to be in my belly later. Early to rise. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. Rachel LeDuc, thank you for stopping by, my dear. I appreciate that. BW Hardy says somewhere, look up Pronghorn Expedition Vehicles Calgary located. They have what you are looking for in a truck camper. Amber, write that down. Sounds like someplace I could go tomorrow. Not that I have the money to buy a camper or anything like that. No big investments right now. The cost to maintain, what are we talking about, Larry, specifically? Hey, Nature Girl, the new Ram Pro Masters, you have to double check on everything you do. Nomadic Introvert was told she couldn't use lithium batteries. Nikki Delventhal has a Mercedes Sprinter, has hers in the shop. I hear this all the time as well. Why in the hell could you not use lithium batteries? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why? It's like to run the van, fine, but like to run your house, why could you not? That's so weird to me. If that's a thing, that's weird. I've recently lost both my parents, my condolences, and having to say goodbye to my childhood home. You also have a very cute kitty cat. It's been a hard eye-opener just how much crap I was holding on to. Thanks for helping me through the hard times. Well, you're very welcome, Bex, and thank you for sharing your story here. That is a hard time to go through for sure, but I can definitely attest to the getting rid of your stuff. It's very easy. You get those moments in your life, you're like, I've got too much crap. And when you have that eye-opening moment, it feels very nice to just... So I'm glad some tragedy ended in some tiny joy and revelations for you. Life marches on, doesn't it? Just need a haircut. You are pretty sexy. Wait your haircut. Michelle, stop drinking so much. And I don't understand if I'm supposed to get one or not. You're very confusing, darling. Somebody said something about an ambulance. Is that why I saw? I don't know. Chat went by so fast. Sorry, my apologies. I can't possibly say your gnome. It looks like it's probably a Pokemon, though, with your avatar. Hi, I'm new to your channel, and I discovered it through your Canadian winter living. But may I ask how long you've been living in your van? It's a very good question. If you stick around and subscribe to the channel, you'll find out eventually. But since I'm in such a good mood, I am coming up on 2 full years of van life in my channel. I hope you're subscribed. I appreciate it. Kathy and Steve Williamson waving from Goulburn, Australia. Keep up the good work, mate. Thank you very much, Stephen. I appreciate that. And say hello to your lovely wife for me as well. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. I'm having an absolute blast making my videos. Adventure seeking likes my hair. Well, you can't have it. Okay? Calm down. I watched Nomadic Introvert. Yes, I thought that was weird. Ram ProMaster. I thought that was weird that Ram ProMaster told her that. Yeah, no, I'll have to look that up. I've never even heard of Nomadic Introvert because that sounds super weird to me. What? How? Why? You should build your own camper for a pickup when you can stand in. You can stand up in the Scouts. I don't understand why. Like a lot of people seem to think you can't stand up in a truck camper. Very weird. I don't know. Brooder camper is the only thing I would pull. A brooder camper. I've never even heard of a brooder camper. I hear you. What? Many people died inside of them. The thing is, if many people died inside of the ambulances, they weren't doing their jobs very well. And then, of course, you can blame the paramedics. Ambulances are supposed to take the people, yes, to the place where they get saved or die. Didn't it? I mean, I get it, but still, it's weird. Matthew, trailer needs plates plus tires to maintain. Truck camper, no plates, no. Oh, I see what you mean, Larry. Fair enough. Fair enough. Steven never misses a show with his lovely wife, Kathy. I appreciate that. Did you go to VanFest? I'm guessing not. No. The Badlands VanFest, they like canceled it this year or something, and then they had a smaller get together because they got a whole bunch of funding for next year. I'm assuming that's when you're talking about, Heather. No, I didn't. That weekend, I was in Norbury, dying, barely able to move, basically a cripple. Fun times. Maybe they're thinking about a set up like Mav, where he's just got a topper on his truck, because camper, that's the thing. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but this, like, in my head, a camper goes in the box of a truck, you stand up in it, and it has a bed over right? Over the cab of the truck. That's a camper. When I was growing up, Lindsay's dad and mom, that's what they had, was a truck camper. That is a camper. Then you've got trailers that you can pull, camp trailers, whether they're pop-up or solid state or whatever, all the way up to an Airstream, blah, blah, blah. Then you got RVs, or the big motorhomes, or by any other name. There's none of this fucking mixing it back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, that's a camper to me. I mean, if you put a topper, just a topper on the back of a truck bed, it's a topper. You throw a bed in there, that's not a camper. I'm camping in my truck, sure. There you go. See, like Linda even says, it's slide-in camper versus truck camp. Two very different things. Hey there, Jason Kelly. How are you? Welcome to the live chat. I hope you're having a good Friday. Renee May. I've seen you being a soldier in the chat for me, and I didn't even say hello to you. My apologies. Hello, darling. How's your Friday going? Also, Esther is here. Hello, Esther. I didn't see you come in. Lovely to see you. Hawberry Wine is here as well. Hello. Trace has to go shower. She's a very dirty girl. She's on the island where you refuse to go. Stop giving me a hard time, Trace. Don't press the blender button when the lid's not on. Ill-advised. That's a hell of a splatter pattern. Okay. Yikes. Hey there, Sheila. How you doing, my dear? I feel like maybe you've been here for a while. Did you just pop in? Not sure. And Nicole is here, otherwise known as Shiny Nickel Blades, the name her mother gave her. How are you, my dear? Welcome to live chat. Happy Friday to you. How's that new chair that you bought? Yeah, it's going great, Vernon. Shut the hell up. It's still in the back of the you-know-what, and I'm waiting for them to send me a new chair. I think I update that situation at the beginning of the next video. The company did reach out. Well, they wrote me back, and if I was like, yo, give me my money back. They wrote me back and said, you got our old version of our chair. How about we send you our new one? I was like, that'd be great. And, of course, I'm still waiting for it to come. As you do. Yeah, that chair was a POS, Sharon. A POS. All right, everybody. Earmuffs. we interrupt this blending segment to say hello to Sarah Rose and Sean. How are you lovely people today? Oh gosh, mute. Welcome back. Hey there, Debbie. How are you? Shake, 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 Shinoda. Shake it all the time. Oh, work, 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 Shinoda. Work your body right. Gotta take the lid off. It has a little sucking spout. Shh. People out there living their lives. How dare they? Yes, I was very upset with that chair, Michelle. It was the second one that was broken, and I was okay letting everybody know about it because that noise. You don't charge $150 for a chair that's busted AF. Hi, Angie. How are you? Looks like a yuck, Sheila. Effing yuck, Sheila. Unbelievable. I missed a Heidi-do hello. Oh, where'd it go? It was from Angie. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. And Kathy Wright Johnson as well. Hello, everybody who just arrived. How are we this evening? Are you still using it? Need any? Well, I don't know that I don't know. Sheila, that's very kind of you. I mean, maybe send me a few. I wouldn't say no, but probably cost. You probably can't send that stuff through the mail. Thank you, Cherokee Queen. That's very kind of you. What's the point, right? Like, I want to show the struggles that I go through, but there's no point in being miserable. Like, sure, there's going to be times where I'm like, this bloody ass sucks. I'm going to share that because people need to know what it's like to live this lifestyle and deal with pain. But yeah, you got to try to stay positive through it. Otherwise, you just lay down and die. And man, that'd be some quality content. I didn't spend that much on a three-legged dog, right? Can't beat a Walmart special lawn chair. Except that's the mentality, right? I've gone through like 50 of those bloody $10 Walmart chairs, those just like regular old camp style chairs. It's like every year you got to buy a new one. I'm just like, nah, let's get a quality one. That hammock chair is great. That one from Costco, those are brilliant. When I ordered the original BS chair, I didn't have the hammock chair yet. So this goes to show how long it takes for shit to show up from China. Penny's good. I think she moved herself up to the front, actually. Penny! Yeah, she's on a passenger seat. Does the Lego Jeep have good suspension? It absolutely does. Look at this shit. I can't really show. Yeah, look at that. It's got some great travel. That's not coming across on the camera. I'm just finger diddling a Jeep now. But yeah, it actually has suspension that articulates. It's amazing. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Ooh, everybody calm down. But yeah, this thing's dope. Brooklyn loves it. It was super fun to do. Thanks again, Cam. I don't know if you're still here or not. You know what's funny about this? It wasn't in the vlog. I built it. We put it together, and there's a shots of like Brooklyn pushing it with her hand and whatnot. I had effed up the steering. Originally, when I diddled this back part of the Jeep and did this, all it did was tilt the wheels back and forth because somehow in the very large instruction manual, I had missed the step where it connects to the actual steering column so that the wheels go left to right. So I felt like was doing odd, like mechanic work on this freaking thing in that hotel room and the table in the corner, trying to not bust the whole damn thing apart, but like bending the Lego so I could get inside to snap little pieces on. It was quite the ordeal, but it got done. And now she goes, vroom, vroom, beep, beep. I'm in a Jeep, mother. Okay. Ooh. You're fun to watch. Makes me in a better mood. Well, thank you, Ted. I hear that a lot, honestly, and it's still a very overwhelming thing to hear. When people are like, "Yo, I was having a bad day, and then I watched your video, and it made me smile, and thank you very much." That's really cool. That I can wake up and be like, I'm going to go, empty a pee bottle and make some steak and go to the mountains, talk to my pussy. Cat, calm down, jeez. And it is simple stuff, but I get that my personality is a little bit heightened, just a little bit, and that I can make people smile. I don't know if it was him that said it originally, but I heard Robin Williams say it, that if I can just make one single person smile, then I've done my job. And that's a great quote. And I really sort of live my life by that these days. And it's a pretty humbling and cool way to live your life, to be able to do what you love to do and have people just be like, thank you. Like, it's fun. Like, I'm glad I'm along on this little journey with you, because I'm super thankful that everybody here is along on this journey with me as well. It's very cool to know that I'm making videos for an audience finally. If you've been around for a while, you know that I grew up loving movies. I mean, I still love movies. And I was making movies with my friends, and my audience was the friends that I was making the movies with. So if there were 7 people in the movie, 7 people, maybe 9, including my parents, would watch the movie when it was done. So to now have this an actual audience of people, they're like, what's he doing tonight? That's pretty cool. I'm very grateful. Michael J was here. Hey, Matt, how long do you expect to live in a van? That's a good question, Michael. I don't know that there is. Where'd it go? I'm going to throw this up here. Robin Williams was an amazing man, Nicole. How long do I expect to live in a van? I don't know. I honestly, if I'm being candid, I absolutely think about some sort of plot of land or a homestead of some sort, or this, that, and the other thing going forward. I have always said up front that if I decide that that's what my little girl needs and what she would benefit from the most, then I would do it without hesitation. What I'm at with now, Leopard Girl, the rum's inside the drink. Duh, I don't know where you keep yours. That's weird. But that being said, I would love to do it as long as possible. If my creative side is being super honest, 6 seasons in a movie. Moving right along. Oh, that's very kind of you to say, Esther. That was a long time ago. Esther has been a supporter of the channel for quite a while, and we ran into her at the camping show, like the expo, not this year, the year before. So a while ago, we ran into her, and that's super cool to hear you say that. We're definitely not, but I get that sort of connection / disconnect between, because you're watching somebody on your screen, so I get that. But it was very nice to meet you as well, Esther, because you need to understand that on my side, meeting people that are watching what I'm doing is just as cool for me as it apparently is for some people. It's a very simpatico, synergetic sort of relationship. Yeah, keeping your cost of living down is the key. That's especially now, because there's some stuff kind of in the works regarding people needing to move and looking at rental places. So I was on a website just to confirm fears the other day, and I could not believe the rental market in Calgary right now. A place that I was paying $1,100 for 2.5-3 years ago is going for closer to $1,800-$1,900 now. I don't understand how people are doing it. It's crazy. Francisco, wow, Mr. Alaska himself. Holy shit, sir. How are you? Just Cameron in his Jeep says, I am so trying to cut my cost of living. I think a lot of people are. It's very important for people to do that. And it's funny because I hear a lot of people be like, well, van life costs me this much. Or I watch videos and van life, it's the same. It's just as expensive. Don't think you can get into van life and it's super cheap. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. I don't understand how these people are out there spending the same amount of money that they would if they were living in an apartment. Stop traveling if it's a problem. You know what I mean? Stop traveling and complaining. Shut up. I got into this lifestyle. There's a lot. I've always spoken about that. There's lots of reasons I got into this lifestyle. That's 100% true. I am never black and white. I always have multiple reasons for doing anything. I'm a huge overthinker. I overanalyze things. I think about the outcome as much as I can. And I try to predict things to the best of my ability. And so there's multiple reasons why. Financially was definitely one of the bigger ones. And in my head, I was just let's get into this. That makes sense. I'm not going to have rent. I'm not going to be pissing money away, or I'm not going to be owning a house that I have to continually pay this huge I can't even think of a big enough word of a mortgage, right? Like I get that it's something, I'm not knocking it for some people. Some people that do, that's fine. For me, it wasn't. And that's what this lifestyle really heralded. It was like, you can save some bloody money. And I have. Like, that's what this lifestyle has allowed me to do. Yeah, you got to make sacrifices. If you're getting it, it was funny. Hang on. Esther, former patron, still broke after Patreon, owes you a couple coffees. I'm working now. That is fine. We miss you over there for sure, but I'm glad you're doing well. And thank you very much for the super chat, Esther. That's very kind of you. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. And still just as kind as ever, my dear. But I don't even know what I was saying now, but about the cost of it and everything. Like, you got to make sacrifices for sure. I was watching a video. I was a comedian I watched. She's Canadian. And she did this like video. It was a short like comedy sketch clip. What van lifers are like, what van life influencers are like. So I watch it and I'm just like, yeah, parts of it, I'm like, I'm a van lifer. So I'm like, you're kind of pissing me off, but it's comedy. So it's okay. Julie Nolke is the comedian's name. And I watch in this video and it's just, she's leaning into stereotypes a lot, but she's leaning into them because the stereotypes are true. You get a lot of people speaking about these van life channels that are literally just that. Let's get the most expensive van. Let's go travel the world. And let's always be on the move. Like, okay, that's great. If you can do that, fine, power to you. But there are a lot of us that got into van life for completely other reasons, either out of necessity or out of wanting to do it, but knowing we're not going to be living that lavish lifestyle, right? Do I wish I could travel more? Sure, of course, but that's not where my life is at right now. I've got responsibilities that, demand my time. So that's what's more important for me. And this lifestyle has allowed me to do things I wouldn't be able to do otherwise, in terms of like providing for my child, having relationship connections for my child and the rest of my family. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about all this stuff ad nauseum on the channel. I will be touching on this very emphatically in the season, the chapter finale of chapter 3 coming up here at the end of October, because I think it's important to really drive that point home, that van life is as expensive as you want it to be, but to think that it's no different than living in an apartment, you're doing something wrong. But I'm not gonna touch on that anymore. But that is like, I don't understand how people aren't saving money and doing this lifestyle. I feel like you're doing something wrong. See, look at this. 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom, 18 to 2,500. At least there's 3 bedrooms, but 1 bathroom. Yikes! It's a lot of poop in 1 toilet. Unbelievable. Sharon is 100% right. Brooklyn first. There's no question. That was never a doubt in my mind. So the day I found out I was going to be a father, my life changed. I'm like, that's it. No matter what I do, she's number one, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make sure she's taken care of from my end, because that's all I have control over. I have zero control over anything else. Vernon Matthew, have you tried that propane adapter yet? If you did, how good did it work? I said, Vernon, thank you very much for the super chat. No, I have not tried the adapter yet. It's down here in my tool drawer, not to disrespect it. But no, I haven't. I don't carry a large propane tank with me. I have one because of the fire bowl, but it's actually with Lindsay right now. We kind of pass it back and forth. I haven't had the chance to use the refill function yet. Thank you very much, sir. It's a very generous super chat, and I appreciate it. Amber misspelled March as match. Is my dad starting fires? What's happening? Greedy here in Nova Scotia, says Larry. My plan is to do full-time van life within 2 more years. Destinyland Adventures. That's a great name, by the way. Destinyland Adventures. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I appreciate that. That's a lot. What is? The neighbor above me is paying $1,500 per month. Like, that's crazy. And I get it. Like, that's the way of the world right now. Like, it's nuts. Inflation is crazy. I appreciate that, Cherokee Queen. That's what I try to do. Like, it's hard to not like sort of fall into certain tropes, because I am online. I am putting it all on YouTube, like any other van life channel. I'm doing van life. So it's number one, it's a hard thing to crack into because it's an oversaturated market when it comes to the entertainment value of it. I like that my personality can kind of bring something a little fresh to the table, but it's very important to me to show realistic van life and what it can do and how it can either progress or digress your situation, given your outlook on life and how you approach it. That's what's more important to me. Like, I don't like the channels, and I can't even name one channel. Like, I honestly can't, you guys. I can't name one channel that goes out of its way to lie about van life, but I am aware that they're out there, because people have brought information to my attention about it. Or you see the jokes being levied against those sorts of channels. Those jokes wouldn't exist if those channels didn't, so they are obviously there. But people that are just saying van life's the best, it's all you need, there are no downsides to it. The other flip side of that coin, I know I'm sort of going off on a tangent here, the flip side of that coin is the silly heads that do van life and then are so put upon and so shocked by what they had to do that they just can't believe it. Woe is me. I tried to live in a van and it rained. You guys, I was sleeping in my van and it was raining and it was loud. Can you believe that shit? Oh, I couldn't stand it. It was torture. The sound of water on the roof was loud. Why didn't anybody tell me this? Why didn't anybody tell me that I had to go use a public toilet? I can't believe nobody told me. We are telling you this. So as I see so much more of that. Why I quit van life. It's so bad. We live in 2023. There's so much oversaturation with van life information. You've got zero excuse to try van life and then bitch about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, I did my due diligence. For anybody here that might be thinking about getting into van life, I shit you not. I've told this story before, but I was in my apartment. It was almost every single night where I was considering this lifestyle, religiously watching Foresty Forest and Van City Van Life, watching them, taking it all in, seeing the good, seeing the bad, knowing what could work, knowing what I would be able to do, what I wouldn't be able to do, knowing I couldn't live in a minivan, knowing I could probably live in a cargo van, knowing, yeah, I could probably shit in a bucket. I don't want to shit in a hole. You know, like all this like weird stuff that you take into account, but it's just like, you've got if you can make that decision with all of the information you have in front of you to not do it or do it. It's not something I'd be like, yeah, try it. I don't think van life is like, try it. Like, that's not a thing. You either, I don't know. Maybe that's closed-minded of me, because it does fly in the face of, well, you should try something at least once. But because it's such a dramatic lifestyle change, I really don't think you got a leg to stand on if you're like, man, did I make a mistake? Woe is me. No, come on. You're living in a tin can. You're living in a vehicle. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm getting off track here. I'm not really paying attention to chat. If there's any questions, we'll get back to it. But here's the funny story. This is so true. I recently, as a Canadian, I know I'll hand in my green card. I don't have a green card. I'm native born Canadian. Well, not native. Calm down. But you know what I mean? Started watching Trailer Park Boys on Netflix lately, and I don't know how many Americans are familiar with Trailer Park Boys, because it is a Canadian show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it, especially if you're getting into the nomadic lifestyle, because watching this show, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of my life. But now it's more accepted. Like, that show came out early 2000s, and it's like, we still have people that live in trailer parks, but like right from the first season, the character of Ricky is living in his car. Right? Not a van, granted, it's a car. It's like this big old, 4-door sedan or whatever. But I'm watching it. I'm just like, and he's talking about like, I'm making toast in a toaster oven plugged into the whatever, and I got shit on my roof. And I was like, huh, yeah, all right. I don't know. It's really funny parallels to make. Because back then you're like, well, you're making fun of people being down on their luck and behaving this way. That's what the show is sort of like based on. And now it's the same as the meme where it's like, oh, before, living in a van down by the river was something you had to avoid. Like, should you misbehave in life or not achieve anything? But now it's a life goal. And it's true, that paradigm shift has happened, and I find it very entertaining. All this is to say, you should have known you'd have to poop in a bucket. Stop bitching. All right, where were we? I can handle all of that. My fears have to do with doing it alone at 65. Okay, so I don't know where you are in the world. Maybe you're in America, which maybe there's a little bit more foundation for being less scared. But again, there are plenty of van lifers in America. I would argue, by and large, more van lifers, especially online, that exist in America, that should be able to give you a little bit of peace of mind for that. All I can speak to is my personal experience, and I have run into and met face to face far more van lifers of your age doing it and doing it successfully and doing it in smaller like situations than mine. Like Ruth is a local van dweller here in Calgary. I can't say her age for sure, but like she is thriving and she gets shit done. Like it's not, when you say your fear is doing it alone, maybe you're scared of being carjacked or rolled or whatever. This was some horrible slang, but YOLO, as the kids say, you only live once. Just go with your gut and do your best. Like if you've got the money, stay at campgrounds, right? Like build out a vehicle, stay at campgrounds. I've plugged in the numbers. It'd still be far cheaper. Well, not at certain campgrounds, but it's extended stays at campgrounds would be cheaper than rent. You can find paid parking lots in cities that would be cheaper than rent. And then you don't really have to work. Granted, you pay attention to the city that you're in and the areas you're sort of hunkering down in and whatnot, but it really comes down to use your brain, use your gut, and go with it. The fear I get, even Amber and I had some conversations when we first met where she talked to me about her fears as being a single woman doing this life. But even she just sort of dove into it. If she can do it, shit, so can you. Hey there, Carol S. How are you? I pay $14.82 in Lethbridge with utilities and with a small dog. Is that like utilities included? That's not the worst. It's a lot of money, but yikes. Hey, Mr. Muffin Man. Thank you for joining the live chat. I hope you're doing well. Keeping the vehicle running, staying connected. That's what you fear. And that's the thing is I can only speak to like my experiences. Maybe I was fortunate. Maybe I was determined. Maybe I had a good work ethic. Who knows? But as I showed for a good solid year of my van life, I had a full-time job. I used that to keep the van going. That's just like how I had to do things. There's always going to be what ifs. Like you live in Canada, my man. The what if your apartment burns down? What if a gas main explodes? What if an asteroid hits the world? What ifs to me, whilst I understand them because we're human, but they are often, I view them more as an excuse to not do something. And it can be not even just vehicle dwelling, but like anything, right? Like what if this happens? Yeah, what if that happens? I have a big problem with death, and like the biggest like comfort I've gotten is like, well, what if you get hit by a bus? That would suck, number one. But number two, I wouldn't know what happened. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, there's always what ifs. And shit happened, right? Like Amber's van died last summer. She couldn't start it. My van didn't start last winter. Couldn't start it. It froze. I showed all that in my Christmas special. That was a weird way to enunciate that, but it happens, right? And it's just, you got to roll with it, I suppose. And it's just, it is about who people you know. I think the worst thing you can do, I know a lot of people are like, the nomadic life. I can disconnect from people. I don't like people. I want to be on my own. And like, that's fine. I actually really identify with people like that, but it's also good to know people. Like I was super beneficial. I worked at a shop, so the shop was able to help me out. Amber knew me. It was very beneficial for her to know me. Not that I did anything to really help her situation. She ended up getting her van towed to a garage. Like there's always things that can solve the problem. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's all to say, you got to make the decision for yourself. Always. Hello. Road therapy. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome to the live chat. Oh, hey, has Aaron popped in? There he is. Hello, sir. Hopefully you're having a good Friday. Lovely seeing you this afternoon, sir. I ran into Aaron down at the good old Hotel Walmart. Carlos and Nicole says, van diagnosed yet? Yes. Stay tuned. All right. Talk amongst yourselves. It's time for bio break number 1. Remember, everybody in the chat, if you have to leave to use the washroom, you must say bio break in the chat. Whilst I am taking care of business, I'll throw this video back up. Talk amongst yourselves. I will be right back. Start it over, sir. From the beginning.
sing and dance and shout with all the sons of Murphy. Shaking bottles to the floor, are you drinking? Your worries out the door, all the songs will shout, drinks will pour. This is what you're waiting for.
Just because Leopard Girl's like the little piggy and she goes a wee, wee, wee all the way home. All right, where were we? How much was the awning on my van? A couple $100. I think it was under 200. It's the Smitty built awning. It's on my Amazon storefront, Vernon. Which, hey, we can have fun. Let me see something here. I want to have fun. I never do this stuff. Well, that's not true. It's not that I never do it. Where are you? Just for shits and giggles, everybody. Everybody, just a real quick reminder here before the video starts. I get a lot of questions about stuff that I have in Lucky and items that I use during my van life. And a lot of people are actually asking me if I could create a link for them for specific products. So I've actually gone ahead and I've created an entire Amazon storefront. The link is in the description and my link section here. You can find it multiple places. If you see something on the channel that you like, chances are it came from Amazon. Obviously there's a few niche items that didn't, but the majority of things absolutely did. So if you see something you like, go on over to that storefront. And I have to disclose that if you do use those links to purchase something, I will more than likely get a kickback, which is great. Win-win for everybody, right? All right, enjoy the video. Talk to you guys soon. Nailed it. No, darling, a little piggy, vastly different. Squeal. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah, no, the Smitty built awning is great. It was funny. I had it pitched last Sunday and it got windy and the wind just took it and the actual one of the legs flew up so high it got stuck in a tree that I was parked near. And the leg, I was quite a ways away from the van. I was like, the fucking awning's not coming down. Oh shit. And went over and it actually bent one of the support poles that goes into the awning. Calm down. And it bent it straight up. Whole thing's aluminum though, bent back quite easily. And I've had that awning since I had my Tacoma. So my entire van life, let's say plus a year, right? So it's really good. Hey, you want to say hi? You coming to see everybody? Hello. Look, that's you. I know you just woke up. It's like your bedhead. You look pretty damn good for a lady that just awoke. Oh, you good girl? Yeah. Here, come here. Yeah. You good girl? Oh, you good girl. Yes, you are. Should we play some music, Penny? Should we get some background music playing? All right. Where's my phone? Angie Johnson's not there anymore. Okay, bye, Angie. Sent me a message. Okay. I am drinking. Yeah, I saw somebody say, are you drinking White Russian? No, far too much milk. If you're not peeing, well, why? We gotta start with Escape. Obviously. Song built on infidelity and boredom. We'll start the night with this song, if I can find it. There it is. Let's go. It's not connected, you son of a bee. Silly. Okay, hang on. Bluetooth connected. Let's go. There we go. Remember when I first found out what this song was actually about? I was like, what? Hey, Andrea Thompson. How are you, my dear? Welcome to the live chat. Sharon wants Nickelback. Nickelback! You like a little roadie in the front row at the concert. Nickelback! Nickelback! Calm down. We'll get there. Eyes wide shut? Probably. Who knows? Back in my day, we just called it a big personality. Good night, Sarah Rose. I'm sorry your connection sucks. We'll miss you. Have a fantastic weekend in the bush. Yeah, I would if I was there. All right. Bex, let's go. All right, guys. So if you're new here, if you just joined the chat, it is a van life Q&A. If you got any questions, throw them into the chat. I'll do my best to answer them, read them out loud, highlight them like this, and we'll keep trucking. Hey, Matthew, being American, I'm curious how your healthcare works with your back issue. Do you get disability payments? I was ill and just had to keep working. Just curious, not prying per se. We do have a thing called workers' compensation up here that will pay you when you're out of work and dealing with an injury. My situation is a little bit different, and I'm being as big of a boy as I can. I am taking advantage of that system to simply move along my position in the line for the healthcare aspect of it. So like I got my MRI way faster than I would have had I not used them, and I'm seeing the surgeon a lot faster than I would have. So, and that's all covered. Like I don't have to pay that. Yes, that's all covered. As an example, though, a week and a half ago, I had to go get a ingrown toenail removed and I had to pay $55. So riddle me that, Batman. Yeah. Am I going to add pockets to the hoodies that I sell? Do the hoodies not have pockets? I don't know. I could look at them. Maybe there's a different style. That's not really a me thing. But I could look and see, sir. I need to add some new merch. I keep meaning to. I wanted to have new merch rolling out every month. That's what I am absolutely horrible with, is adding merch to my merch store. But I will look at that for sure. James says, won't answer, though. I don't know if he's talking about me or not. But seems aggressive as if it is. If it's not, then how you doing, James? Oh, he says I know his only question, but I don't. I don't know. Maybe it was a joke. The name Wong. I could be wrong. No, Sharon, it's not. This Dixon had its very own vlog entry, lady, called Sex Panther. Come on now. Sheila's also acting like a brat and saying I'm not answering her. Sheila! Let me take you in the back. Where is it? See, then I gotta scroll, and I'm just... Where is it, Sheila? Matthew, do you finally have a scheduled date for surgery? Yes. Aren't you on my Patreon? Don't you know that? Oh, I didn't share the date there. For reasons. Oh, the ring. No, everybody's got to wait for the ring. That's part of the story, everybody. This guy. Francisco's just trying to be a shit disturber, as he always does. Oh, Michael, 1,000% yes. Unbelievable. I was speaking earlier, like a brand new, like bare bones van, 90 grand. Like, are you kidding me? Get out of here. And even the used vans are insane. Amber was looking at this one van. She's kind of had it on her list. They're still selling it almost a year later. It started at 30 grand. Over a year, they've knocked it down to 25. This thing's not worth 25. Calm down. But because so many people want the lifestyle, they think they can get away with it. I'm sure some people have paid it. You will wait, James, and I'll try to remember that that's what your question was. Okay, good. Finally, Sheila. You starting shit. The ring is to put through your future wife's nose. I mean, that would be accurate if I had any interest in having a... Can't even say the words. Kidding me? I love you so much. Let's get the government involved. What? Anyway. Chrome what? Chrome just got an ambo for $3,500 in great shape. Like now? Like you got a fourth one? Or a new one? I don't know. Here we go. Just because I can. Hello. Yeah, exactly. See, Mike says my last car cost me $1,000. Now I can't find one under 2,500. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, that's a good idea, Carol. Oh, yeah. I think I still have that file. Carol, I will try to do that for you, and I'll try to make an announcement here on the upcoming videos. That's a good idea. You mean the one that's like the YouTube banner, right? That was designed by Desiree. Yeah, that's a great idea. I thought it was on my. Is it not on my story? Pardon me. I'm just gonna check really quickly, everybody. I thought it was, but I'm sure she knows more than I do. I'm barely on this thing. I'm still here. Everybody relax. Hang on. Penny's taking a dump. You pulling a Stella right now in honor of her life? Taking a dump during a live stream? Wow. Some people's kids. Hi, Penny. Oh, no, I guess I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I'll see what I can do about that, my dear. I'll see what I can do about that. Okay. What are you crying about? Did you just take a poop? Come here. You hate it. Every second of this you hate. Mwah. There you go. Francisco, not to brag, but I went on a boat yesterday. So you finally made it to America? Can I add wings to the... Oh, I see. That's sweet. I am America. Okay. Let me see what we got here. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna laugh to myself. Man, there's a lot of my music that I use in my YouTube videos on here. What the frick? What is all of this? Oh, I'm just in the A's. Unbelievable. Oh, it's a good song. I'm gonna play this song. Just let it play in the background. All right. Hey there, Arlene Esserine. How are you? Welcome to the live chat. Lovely to see you here. What's my favorite non-alcoholic drink? Water. Like, I don't know. If we're not going with water, then like I usually get like, I don't know, a Dr. Pepper or pineapple juice is really good. Obviously, energy drinks are tasty AF. But yeah, I got a lot. I always have water on me, and that's usually what I drink, honestly. Oh, that's kind of you to offer, Bex. I've never seen, I don't know, throw something together, email it to me. That's the best I can say. Like, I am so out of, like, the loop with stuff like that. If you can create something, then it kind of tells me where your creative brain is at, and then I can give notes and feedback. I'd love to. And if you don't want to and you can't, that's fine, too. Oh, 6'4". I'm about 6'2". I'm about 6'2". When am I going to paint my driver's door? Never. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully soon, Vernon. I know it's getting pretty bad. I had a patron reach out today and send me a donation saying, "Hey, please cover up the metal," so I can probably go pick up some paint tomorrow. That's definitely the next panel to get painted for sure. There's non-alcoholic drinks? James. Angie. Hi, Angie. She made it work. She's like, I don't know how to type. Yeah, you do. How you doing, girl? Welcome back. Red hot chili peppers. Why would I do that? I'm just kidding. I guess with insulation, you could fit. Like, I'm sitting on a low stool. I can't reach the top right now. That much room. Hello from South Dakota. Hello from mid-South Alberta. How are you? Jacksonville, Florida. I'm doing good, Rebecca. How are you? What's your favorite food? Have you ever tried Hispanic food? No, Hispanic food has never appealed to me, unless we count Mexican as Hispanic. And I do like traditional, actual Mexican food, but not much as I like the bastardized Western version of it. Tacos, old El Paso style, are my favorite. You love when Amber's in my videos. She's sweet and funny. You should see her behind the scenes trying to film those videos. Welcome to my life. Let's just say it's a good thing I'm a good editor. Andrea Thompson says, Matthew, I started to rewatch from the beginning. Thank you very much. That's a haul. Would you insulate Lucky differently now that you've done a couple of winters and summers? Yeah. I'd insulate the floor. 100% I would insulate the floor. That's the only thing I didn't do. I would insulate everything the same, but I would also insulate the floor. Great question. A calico theme on Lucky. That could be kind of fun. Taco Time's good, Aaron. I like Taco Time too. Better than Taco Bell. I know, blasphemous. Shut up. Taco Bell gives you the shits. Taco Time, caliente. Pineapple juice is good. Don't you know it helps you take? Sarah Rose, calm down. Yeah, what do you want, Letitia Bobe? What'd you full name me? You heard me. Rocio, of course I miss you, the crazy Mexican. Welcome back, darling. How are you? How are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to the live chat. I hope you are doing well, darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully I can put a smile on your face. And if not that, maybe a little tingle. That was fucking weird, but, you know, I did my best. Moving right along. This is a good song. I'm sure. I'm loving your music. Thank you, Glenea. I appreciate that. I do what I can. My music tastes have that's not a word. My music tastes have always been eclectic for sure. I do what I can, and I'm glad you're enjoying them. Angela says, ooh, Matthew, I saw one of the truck campers today. It looked nice. Right? Wait, you saw an actual scout? Because, yeah, they do look nice, don't they? That's what I'm calling you now. Yeah, Letitia Bobe. It's something Shaniqua, I'm guessing now. I can't even remember. It's something crazy weird that you wouldn't know. Shanoia. Amber's like, she's like, I can feel the steam coming out of her ears right now. I'll give a little wiggle and a shimmy. I appreciate that. Shimmy and wiggle yourself all over the place. Thank you, Michelle. I like Penny. She's doing good. Why are you scratching the bed? Like, did you just pee on it? I'll kill you. Or are you just smelling the treats? You better not have. I'll lose my mind, Penny. What is that, you crazy cat? Are you nuts? Are you nuts? To annihilate. Annihilate. Did Elvis leave? Wait, who's Elvis? Will you insulate the floor before this winter? Wait, don't answer the back. Dang it. No, I'm not gonna insulate the floor anymore. I mean, I've got the insulation boards down from Walmart, and that's it. I normally rip those out in the summer. I didn't this year, so those ones can stay. I won't be putting new ones down. What new toy will I be reviewing when? Angie, what are you talking about? I've got no more like device reviews in the works, that's for sure. All right, kids. Earmuffs. Earmuffs, everybody. Don't send her an awning, Vern. She's got nothing to attach it to. She needs roof racks first. Like the vitamin. Yeah, no, I got nothing in the works. Not right now. People people get very sensitive when I do product reviews. They feel like I owe them, I guess, more slices of my life other than me trying to enjoy the fruits of my labor. So I kind of lost interest in doing a lot of those videos. There will be more in the future for sure, but it's amazing how people are just like, ugh! You do one video like, all you do is sell shit. I'm like, really? I got over 400 videos of me not selling shit. Sit down and shut the F up. It's so funny. A bit like internet mentality, and I'm not saying for you incredible people here, there's 356 souls on board right now, and I'm sure that you're watching me on a Friday night live. You don't fall into this camp, but 358. Hello, welcome to more people. There are people out there that just like they feel like they're owed something, and it's very entertaining to see, but it is what it is. She needs roof racks to touch that too. To touch what? What are you on about? Jesus is in the house. Amber did a very fantastic shower scene just for Jesus. That was all Amber's idea. It had nothing to do with me. How you doing, sir? And that's what's funny, Sue. It's like it's not even about making a living. Like a lot of those review stuff I just do for the benefit of having the devices myself and making my van life a little bit easier. But yeah, then that comes, I guess you could call that as making a living. I'm making my life more comfortable, and I got to do what I got to do because I said I would do it. There's always going to be brats everywhere you look. It's just the way it is. Matthew is Amber's pimp. Yeah, Matthew tried to pimp Amber out in just a normal way, and she was just like, no, I don't want to. Just seen her today. I cannot wait till her video for today comes out. Ridiculous. Amber doesn't shower. What are you talking about? Come on, man. It's movies. You got to suspend your disbelief, Francisco. We talked about this, bro. Have I thought about an electric pet mat that I use for outdoors to keep my toes and Penny warm? No, because Lucky's really, really warm, Sheila. Like there's no, like the diesel heater does such a good job of keeping a tiny home nice and warm. I've seen that suggestion before for sure, but it's like maybe if there were failures in other systems of the van, but for now, everything, all systems are go, so to speak, right? So it's just that comes down to like having more stuff in the van, and it's just like, ugh, I don't need that. Right, Rebecca? What did happen to quality control? Jesus needed to be here at the beginning when I was going on a rant about scammers. I'm not doing it again. Stop falling for it. You don't even owe us. Just watch the content and enjoy it, Bex. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, you can't just slap an awning on a van. Well, you could, but then she's going to have holes in her van. Then it'll fall off. Don't do that to her. I was left unsupervised, Sarah Rosen. It doesn't even matter. When she's supervised, she still ends up inebriated. What are the floors like in -40? Chilly. Sorry, Sue. They are. They're cold. Like they get cold. I like under the bed freezing. That's why I've got like I had to redo my vent last winter when I got the lithium battery and it's under my bed. It's sitting on a piece of insulation board and the heater vent blows right at it to keep it warm. It gets frozen. I could put a pee bottle down there and it'd be a pee brick in the morning. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Put equal parts of Screwball peanut butter whiskey and creme de coco together on ice. Delicious. Sounds like it could be good. I saw peanut butter whiskey in the store last week somewhere. I can't remember. Maybe it was the same brand. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the brand, but the peanut butter part stood out quite well. That's a very good question, Gringo. And Chico, that's a question for her, not me. I can't answer that. When are you going back to Banff? I'm missing it, but wait till snow comes, please. Okay, so then when the snow comes? Uh-oh. If you could be, says James. I feel like he asked something else before that. But hello, Lee down in Sydney, Australia. Sorry, I didn't see you come in there. I apologize. Using my generator to heat the water. Amber will be very upset with the generator use. I woke up to my shoes frozen to the floor. Yeah, right. I could see that happening easily, Jacqueline, for sure, for sure. Now James just sighing. Ugh, because I missed it. I know. What do you want from me, dude? John Doe, I've never seen snow in my life. It must be magical. Well, it can look nice. It can be annoying. It can be beautiful. It can be many things. Like a nice woman. You should go to Canada and ask us. The Grey Jays love taking the treats out of your hand. Oh, they watch for you. That sounds like it could be fun, Sheila. Matthew, any advice for someone who wants to get a stock Dodge Caravan to start van life in, especially in the winter? Yeah, don't do it. Aussie Jack, Matthew, and everyone else. What do you call the glass of beer served in at a pub? A pint glass. What? Is this a joke or a serious question? Cheers, Rosia. When will I don't know if he's going to make it to a camping trip this year, Leopard Girl. I'm not sure. I just lost. Okay, well, don't get mad at me then, James, for losing your train of thought. Bill Barr says, I'm an idiot. I'll explain later, but I just joined up onto your Patreon channel. I'll email you why I've not done until now. All good, my man. All good. And thank you very much for the follow over there. I appreciate that support. Oh, yeah. Schooners are bigger. We've got schooners here too, Ozzy Jack. Pitchers, schooners, pints. Rebecca says, I've not seen real snow ever. I'm a native to Florida. I've seen small amounts of snow, but that's it. I would be totally lost in deep, heavy snow. Probably. But grass is always greener sort of situation, right? A beer mug has a handle. She's not wrong. Kathy's spot on. Any plans on a Patreon camp gathering for next year? Probably, Sheila. Yeah. I'll probably end up making that a yearly thing. I don't see really why I wouldn't, barring any like unforeseen circumstances, but it was a lot of fun. Snow's magical when you're looking at it from inside the house. There you go. I am drinking pina coladas, Damaris. What are you drinking? Oh, wow. I need you to feed me. I thought Sarah Rose says, Renee, I need you to feel me. That went very differently in my head. Matthew, what's your favorite album in high school? I don't know why I'm asking that. I just wanted to ask a question. I'll play you a song from that album. I don't know. I mean, like, I love music, so I don't know if it was my absolute favorite, but we're going to go with this one. I played this in the last live, too, I think. When are you selling it, Renee? And I wonder where these dreams go when the world gets in your way. This is from an album called Dizzy Up the Girl by the Goo Goo Dolls. Hey there, Misty Allen. Welcome to live chat. Good to see you. Lisa, that game was called Heads Up. Your voice is small and fading.
Your mother of your father, she's got nowhere to go. And she wonders where these dreams go. 'Cause the world got in her way. What's the point in never trying?
Oh, chat slowed down. I can take a break. Johnny Resnick, Nancy.
And I tried so hard to reach you, but you're falling. And you know I
Panicking a bit.
As the world gets in your way, what's the point in
Happy Coffee Van Life. That's the name of her channel. Yeah, it's probably my favorite album in high school. I loved the Goo Goo Dolls when I was that age. They spoke to an emotionally unstable young man, and by that I just mean I wore my heart on my sleeve far too much. There's a good one to kick off more shenanigans with. I'm reading chat faster than you are. Did I reconsider Crocs? No, not yet, Deb. I don't know that I want to pull the trigger on Crocs yet. Not really my style, if I'm being honest. I thought the potatoes were fine, Vernon. They were a little salty, but I like salt, so like whatever. I love that a lot of people were telling Amber, next time, don't move them around so much. Yeah, she kind of treated the potatoes like a little bit of a stir fry, but it is what it is. Next time we'll fry them up a little bit more and crispy them up, but they were good all in all. I like potatoes. There's a couple different versions of those smash up potatoes you can get, or smashing potatoes, or whatever the hell. One of them is like sun-dried tomato and garlic. And now that I know there's not actually any tomatoes in it, it's just a flavoring. Those might be good ones to try next time for sure. Those poor potatoes, yeah. Matthew, wearing your heart on your sleeve isn't so bad. You could do with being a bit more like that now. No, absolutely not. I definitely learned over the course of what I would call my romantic years that that's a bullshit and not worth it for sure. I did that. I was so romantic growing up, right from when I was in high school, in my, not my prime, obviously, but coming into my own. I knew what I wanted, or I guess I thought I knew what I wanted, and I tried to get it 5 times over, and didn't go where I wanted it to, but led me to be the man I am today. And now the only thing that matters to me is my little girl and myself, because it's just not worth it in the long run anymore. I'm Angie. I'm drinking. I should just pin a comment. Pina coladas. Joshua Volgs, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. I appreciate it. Nancy says, "Oh, no touchy to spuds. Just let them rest in the pan and fry up." Right? It's like what I said in the episode where I made the steak for the quote unquote, well, the first time in my van life. It was like the instructions said I shouldn't peek. Don't touch the meat. It's very hard for me to not touch my meat. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The barbacoas, no. Try them on a shish kebab with a steak, yeah. Maybe. Nah, see, that's what's funny. That's why I would argue with you, Leopard Girl. It's not about not lonely at all, because it's just like it's about being so solid and comfortable in your own skin and knowing what makes you happy and having learned that. The whole idea of needing connection like that, it's just, we'll get there. There's a whole new chapter coming. Dating yourself is cheaper. See, Cam knows. Damaris asks, if you had to buy a van, would you, and it's gone. Hang on. Would you still go for Lucky, or do I have a dream van? I don't know. Like, if I given the choice now with the knowledge I have, if I had like carte blanche, so to speak, or whatever, high top for sure. Yeah, 100%. But at the time, I had to go with what I could get, and I did it, and I'm here, and I'm loving it. But yeah, given that chance, probably go for high top. Todd Mitchell, just wanted to say much love. Been lurking for year and some. Hope all is well. Living my life and living yours has been an adventure. I'm so glad you've been a part of it, Todd, even if it is from the shadows, so to speak. I'm glad you've been enjoying the content. Thank you very much. When you look at how much you spent to buy and build out your van, couldn't you have just bought a small house in the country? No. What? Ride says, I will repeat. When you look at how much you spent to buy and build out your van, couldn't you have just bought a small house in the country? No. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound rude, but absolutely not. Again, I talked about this earlier about van life being a lot more affordable than that sort of living, and there's no way. Not where I am. And I didn't have the luxury of going anywhere I wanted because my little girl is here, and her mom was an immovable force when it came to that, right? And it's like, all right, well, that is what it is. You choose your battles, and I wasn't going to go and leave my little girl behind. Absolutely not. Wouldn't be able to live with myself. But no, Lucky was an $8,000 van, and I think I maybe spent $1,000, $1,500 on the build. Maybe I didn't keep track of it. I should have. I wish I had. But I'd be hard pressed to find a $10,000 home anywhere around here. I don't know. It's a fair question, but yeah, no, absolutely not. And then, again, sorry to go back to that question. I've talked about it before, and I should mention it now in that same breath. Buying a house means there I am. That's my house, and my family moved away. Right, my parents were always going to retire across the provincial border, and it has always been very important for me, for my daughter, to have a solid relationship with her grandparents, just like I did with mine. So the van life leaned into that very, very hard. Nothing like hard leaning. I've mentioned that before, and it's just like that's one of those many reasons why I chose van life, right? Matt, have you ever talked about your relationship? Have you ever talked about your relationship with Brooklyn's mom? Why are you not together? No. I feel like because that is still such a here's the thing. No, I haven't. Because it's all still new, it's still fresh, it's still developing, especially at the beginning of my van life. It was that way. It's coming, don't worry. Not next chapter, maybe the next chapter after that. I'm a big planner and I like storytelling, and I've got a whole list of shit to get into. But a lot of that, especially that relationship, needs to be kept private. Certain things don't need to be out there, just because the internet runs with things and construes things in different ways. No matter how you convey them or insist on the way they are, people develop their own opinions. So no, I've never spoken about that. It's more important for me to protect that relationship, protect my child, and still have her as integrated into my life as possible, because she's like the most important thing in my life, but respectfully so. And that extends to her mother as well, regardless of any sort of emotions or feelings between her and I. At the end of the day, the most important thing is that we have a solid relationship for the sake of our child, solid enough that we can get along and discuss things when we need to discuss them. It's 100% not where I ever wanted to be in my life. I'll say that much. I was raised with a certain set of values that got thrown in my face and were never going to come to fruition. And I should have sort of seen the forest for the trees, so to speak. But all of that being said, with the way things have landed, things are good and solid, and our child is the most important thing when it comes to that situation, right? So it is a hard balance, because presenting my channel as I do like to be candid. I do like to be transparent. I do like to talk as honestly as possible, but I do have to still keep a lot of things close to my chest, and that's just the responsible thing to do as a parent. When you do choose to do stuff like share your life with everybody, which is actual reality TV, unlike, Survivor or Big Brother, blah, blah, blah. Is van life a young man's game, or would you even recommend it to people in their 40s and 50s? I 100% ride. 100% would recommend it. I mentioned earlier, I don't think you were in the live chat yet, but absolutely. Older than me folk and even older than those folk can absolutely do it. And they are aspiring to do it, and they can 100% get away with it. There's no reason why they couldn't. Just take some, determination and strong-willed tenacity, and you're good to go. It's not a young person's game. Because I mean, like, I'm still a young person. I like to say, oh, I'm old, and people give me shit because they're like, shut up, you're 38. But if you've been around my channel for a while, you know that I've been dealing with some pretty crippling pain since February of this year, and regarding my back and my leg and all of that, which makes you feel a heck of a lot older. And if I can do this lifestyle like that, then yeah, you can do it as a seasoned individual. I'll kill you, Vernon. That's what I'll do. What are you drinking? Shut up! Thanks, Cam. I appreciate that. Matthew, your life does not need to be shared with all. Please never feel pressured that it does. No, and I never do. I think I did. If I'm going to be candid, at the beginning, I felt like, well, I have to include my daughter in this. Like, that's my daughter. She's new. I'm a new dad. This is what I'm doing. I have to include her. So I had like these blinders on. But then as time went on and discussions were had, it made 100% sense to just protect that. And it's become this like crazy Inspector Gadget sort of Dr. Claw-esque scenario with her, which I think is far more valuable. People are still getting to see her grow up with me without seeing her. And I love that. So I still have this, and I have this like understanding of responsibility, and it worked out from an entertainment standpoint. The last thing I ever wanted to do was to make money off my kid or put her out there and make it all on her. I was like, no, I need to sink or swim by my own merits. I need to put myself out there because I only have responsibility over myself. Like, yes, I'm her father, but I have no call over her. And I hate the idea of putting her all over the internet so that when she grows up and can make a conscious decision and realize that I've already established this weird online life by putting photos of her all over the place, that to me is just weird and icky. So I'm more than happy to protect her and still have her included the way I do, which is super freaking cool. But there definitely was a time where I was fallible and I was thinking, no, it'll be fine. Back then, to be fair, I never thought for a second the channel would get to where it is now. I thought 200 subs and that's it, right? So it's very interesting to see something organically evolve the way that this channel and my nomadic life chapters have. Like, I don't know. If I went back in time to when I was building Lucky, I don't know that I would have believed you if you had told me this is where I would be. Dreams and aspirations are one thing. When they actually come true and you're living them, it's completely different. And I don't know that you can actually prepare yourself to get what you want, if that makes sense. I'm very fortunate. I've mentioned that a multitude of times for sure. And it's not about knowing everything, but I also like sharing. And there's a lot of stuff in my life, and I see a lot of comments. I like the fact that people respond to certain things that I do in my life, and I've designed the next chapter of my van life around that idea and that ideology, that people relate to certain things. Again, if you've been around, you know that I do a whole segment called Sharing Your Stories, where I read stories that people have sent in about their life, their nomadic dreams, their van life dreams, or just whatever. And then I usually try to give a little bit of my own insight after the story is concluded. And in a few of those, I realized that I have some very strong compatriots when it comes to love and relationships and stuff like that. And I think for a lot of us as human beings, connections with other human beings are our biggest and most valuable moments of learning and things that we can relate to each other with and, share stories and emotions with and have a drink over and bond over and all of that stuff. And man, do I have some doozies, in my opinion. Not that they're like earth shattering or anything, but I think as I mentioned, these are the stories that made me the man I am today and ultimately led me to where I am in my life. And that's kind of going to be the focal point of the next chapter. That does not mean for a single solitary second that every single video is going to be me talking about my past and what it was like to have a girlfriend in high school. Absolutely not. But the overarching theme, much like chapter 3, how it has been into the mountains, which, yes, I go to the actual physical mountains a lot and I emphasize that and I try to do that. But into the mountains was always 100% a metaphor for your happy place, and how I've tried to just take this channel or these videos in this last year of my van life and say, hey, it's very important for you to get to your happy place, regardless of what it might be, as often as you can. And I'm trying to do that through subtle storytelling of me doing it, trying to set an example for what your life could be as well. And then we're going to have a little bit of a paradigm shift come chapter 4. It's not going to be about that so much as it is going to be about relating and bonding and realizing that, yeah, I'm on the other side of this screen and I'm entertaining people through these daily vlogs and whatnot, but I'm not just that. There's more to me, just like I know that there's more to you. So that's like how my creative brain works, and it can be my own curse at times. All right, earmuffs, children, earmuffs. Do I ever race other vans while on the road? No. That is ill-advised. I've got the smallest engine of the Chevy lineup. Well, actually, I think there were some early 2000 models that had the 4.3 engine in them, but no, I've never raced other vans on the road. Not unlucky. That's a good song. Oh, I love this. String Art says, when your daughter is older, she's going to love to watch these videos with you. Such great memories for her and watching both of you age. And that, honestly, Lindsay and I had that conversation. I'm gonna throw that back up there for a second so everybody knows what I'm talking about. But in chapter 1, when Lindsay, like when this is all fresh and I'd made the decision to live in the van and I was still building the van, but I was accompanying Lindsay and Sadie on those camping trips in chapter 1, and really getting a feel for what it was going to be like to live in the van. I remember us specifically having a very candid conversation about the fact that I was filming everything and putting it on YouTube. And she's like, you're creating a photo album. You're creating a live action photo album that Brooklyn will be able to go back and look at. And I knew right then and there, no matter what happened with the channel, whether it took off or not, I was going to continue to do it. Maybe it would be a little bit different if the channel never took off. Maybe not. But that's exactly it. Like keeping it going so that Brooklyn can, without expectation, that she can go back and see all of this stuff as much as she can. Plus, don't get me wrong, I'm your stereotypical parent. I've got hard drives full of videos and photos of just her and our time together that I will gladly hand off to her. But it's like the new age photo album, right? That's just the way it is. So 100%, I'm glad that you sort of gave that a shout out there all your own. Wear the emotional Kevlar. Yeah. Well, I got a ways to go yet. I don't need a bigger blunder, Vernon. My blunder is fine. I know you meant blender. You shush your mouth, you. You talking about Lindsay Francisco? She's doing very well. She is camping this weekend. I'm going to ask again because I don't think you saw it. Probably not. My apologies, Misty. If you upgrade your van, what would you add and what would you take away for lucky number 2? Well, first of all, it would be called Lucky 2.0. I'm just kidding. High top. An indoor shower would be nice, but not detrimental. 2 separate sleeping areas. Permanent cooktop. So that's why a camper kind of speaks to me. Like a truck bed, slide in camper kind of has all of those things and checks all of those boxes. But yeah, I would definitely, as I've mentioned a couple times on this live stream, I would definitely go for a high top for sure. Sorry I missed your question the first time, Misty. I apologize. Thank you, String Arts. Yeah, this is I love carrying this around with me now for sure. Stella's little paw print and a pooper, says Vernon. Yeah, I'm fine with the bucket. It's no big deal. It's more important that Penny has a place to go for sure. Where is Penny? Come here. Rocio wants to see you. Come here. Come here, Penny. She's ghosting me, Rocio. You know what that's like. She's no longer ghosting me. Come here, you. Rocio would like to say hello, darling. Yes, Penny. Miss P. Come on. What are you doing? One more? Say hello, Rocio. Good girl. Good girl. Thank you for joining us and saying hello. I appreciate it. No more for you, you crazy. These are going away. Good girl. You shook that back. Sorry. My bad. All right. Where's Amber at? She's probably in her van. And since Phoenix asked, I will say one more time, it is Amber's birthday today. She's the big 3-3, but doesn't look a day over 24. Everybody give her a big happy birthday in the chat. That would be great, and I would appreciate it. No, I know it was Sarah Rose's fault I was ghosted. What? There we go. Lucky, just pointing down a little bit. Why is this song playing? Oh, I have it twice. That's why it's playing twice. That makes sense. All right. Well, I'm going to be cliche as all get out here. I used this song in one of my old movies that I filmed with my friends. And I have been listening to them a lot more than I ever used to recently. And they're from Alberta, which is where I'm from. It's a great song, whether you like them or not. It's very poignant, and they got some good simple words to go along with it. I'm going to leave this live chat here, you guys. It is Friday night. I'm going to probably go to sleep and get some rest very soon. Thank you for being here. We will end it with Photograph by Nickelback. And until the next one, everybody just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, only dead fish go with the flow. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody.
I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was them, I wouldn't let me in. Oh, God, every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo of them spread out on my bedroom door. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye.
Thank you very much, Vernon. That's very kind of you, sir. I appreciate that from my tiny family to yours. Very kind of you, sir. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend.
We said someday we'd find out how it feels to sing more than just the steering wheel. Kim's the first girl I kissed. I was so nervous that I nearly missed.
Bye.
Had a couple of kids since then. I haven't seen her since God knows when. Oh God. Every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo of us spread out of my bedroom door. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of a friend that I was looking for. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. I miss that sound. I miss the faces you can't erase. You can't replace it. I miss it now. I can't believe it. So I mistake. Too hard to leave it. I can relive those days. I know the one thing that would never change. Every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo of us spread out of my bedroom door. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found a photo of a friend that I was looking for. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Every time I do it makes me. Jimmy's my name, and if I'm right, your Antigone's gone.